All right, I think we live. I think we live. I think we live. I think we live. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing 1 2 1 2. We are here. We are live. We are live. Talk that talk nation from the remote location. What's good? Y'all already know the vibes, man. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-host, my brother, my producer of the year. Just went to ATL with the wifey and came back brand new and looking cool. Tell them who you is, big dog.
Hey man, it's your boy Mr. Too Many Reasons himself.
Yeah, you out of here?
Yeah, we catching flights and feelings. That's what we do.
Y'all
Yeah,
should
the
make some
wife.
t-shirts. Catching flights and
Hey,
feelings, man.
hey, you know what? We'll have T-shirts for our next flight. I'm gonna go get those done. We catch flights and we catch feelings. I'm gonna go get those done.
Oh man, I'm asleep. Nah, man, but a lot's going on. We definitely got to talk about the headline. LeBron James is the probably the GM got his le GM on because there's a lot of speculation that went on to it. But let's just say LeBron to pull some strings to help get his son drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers, man. So clap it up for that, though. Clap it up for Bron Bron, Bron, and his son making history together. The first father-son duo to play in the NBA. It's crazy. You know LeBron was going to make it happen, man. So, well, first and foremost, what is your thoughts on Bronny going to the Lakers? And then do you see him even, playing? Or how you think his role is going to be, playing for the Lakers with his dad?
Um, my honest thoughts is him going to the Lakers. I don't have a problem with.
Right.
I don't. I don't necessarily like how they bullied their way into the situation. Like they really strong armed the NBA
Yeah.
and bullied their way into the situation. I think it would have been cool if it had just organically happened, or it'd have been something crazy where somebody drafted him and the Lakers had to give up something to go get him.
Right.
I think that would have been it'd have been more interesting that way. But for them basically telling teams in the second round, if you draft me, I'm going to Australia. It's like, okay, uh, ah, damn.
Don't
you
waste
know,
that pick.
yeah,
Almost.
you feel me? So
Yeah.
like that to me, that's the only thing I had necessarily a problem with to a certain extent. I mean, I'm not mad about it. What's funny is all the stuff that's going on behind it. How people are calling other people haters
Yeah.
because people are commenting and having comments and concerns just about the overall basketball player of
Right.
Bronny James,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
that leads into like how he's going to fit with the Lakers. I believe Bronny James will be on a two-way contract, which will give him the ability to play some NBA games, but he needs to spend a lot of time in the G League.
Yeah.
He has a lot of work to do, and it's a lot of, and we can speak candidly. It's a lot of players drafted that have a lot of work
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
You feel me? But overall, a lot of those dudes who got work to do were high level college players too, though, or overseas guys, um, or whatever the case is that played at a professional level, or was some of them dudes on good teams at the college level
Right.
that people see real potential in. The thing about Bronny that I've been trying to tell people without trying to seem like a hater is his measurables are his measurables. He's about 6 feet 6'1". He's not super athletic. He's explosive, but he's not super athletic.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have like a true niche, like something that he does just very well. And
Mm-hmm.
at 6'1", you know how it is, being a smaller guard. You gotta have something that's just damn near elite. You
Yeah.
feel me? When you used to hoop, it was your quickness. You
Right.
feel me? You gave people problems because you was very shifty. You had a great handle, so they had to respect everything. When you hit your little hezzy step back, it was like if I don't go react to it, Bait gonna pull it.
Right.
But if I carry away, ate right by me because you understood your height and what you was good at and what you knew you need to be better at to make sure that you was a good basketball player. And to me, that's what Bronny James has to become. He either needs to become a lethal shooter
Right.
where when it touches hands it's automatic,
Mm.
or somebody that can just really create off the dribble something crazy. AI, the small guards, Isaiah Thomas,
Right.
those kind of things, Nick Van Exel, those kind of players. So that's what I see. I just feel like he's gonna need time to develop, but it's gonna be fun to see that game during the season where the Lakers kind of up by like 20, LeBron in, and then Bronny check in. Because I don't really count preseason. I want to see it in the regular season. You feel me? Like, because preseason going to feel nostalgic, right? It's going to
Right.
be cute. It's going to be cool. But that's easy because ain't no money on the line.
Right.
In the regular season, it's money on the line. So I'm looking forward to seeing that first ever father son combo in the regular season.
Nah. First and foremost, I the way it went down, I understand how it went down because he wanted to make sure his son was going to get drafted to the Lakers. But this is big. This is a big deal because let's think about it, man. Um, a lot of times you see a lot of, let's just say, just in the work related field or in the corporate world, I should say, their pops is always finding a way to get their sons or their children to work within their business. So it's like, they're keeping it in the family. But to do something on this magnitude of the level to ensure that your son, who didn't, have a college outstanding breakout standing year, and he just had some very, very minute numbers. Let's just call it a spade. He had some spurts where you can be like, whoa, if you keep developing and keep playing. But to have like, if this was any other kid, not would have got drafted. Not even close would have got drafted. Not even a little bit.
Not even to cut you off, his teammate, Boogie Ellis, averaged 15 and a half points this year, but he's 22 and didn't even get drafted at all. And they was on the same team.
Yeah.
So carry on.
So again, you already know. Now here's the thing too. For them to have that opportunity, it's a big moment, but historical moment because there's no player that's ever been able to play with their son in the game, and that's ever played that long to be able to play with their son in the game. And Bron still got some gas in his tank. So hopefully you may get a different Bron because now he get to play with his kid, and this is different. This is a different type of Bron, right? This is his last chapter. He's did everything he wanted to do. Now, if he can win a championship with his son on a roster, this by far is the most legendary year as a Laker fan, Laker coach, as just a LeBron fan and everything. But here's the thing, though. This the flip side of that is now not only is this a big deal, but this is also going to bring a bigger target on his son back, and it's going to add a lot of pressure to your son at a very, very young age. Now, it's going to be a lot of scrutiny. There's going to be people saying, you don't deserve to be here. You only here because your daddy here. You only here because your daddy let you get drafted. You would never got drafted. Your own players that was better than you didn't get drafted. This is the stuff that he's going to have to deal with throughout the season from hecklers off the court and on the court. I'm like, man, get your soft butt out of here, man. You trash, dog. You ain't an NBA player. So now Bronny is really going to have to develop and work on his game and do some things that's going to show like I deserve to be here. Yeah, my dad opened the door for me. I ain't gonna deny that. We can't deny that. But at the end of the day, I'm LeBron freaking James' son. I'm Bronny James. I'm my own man. I'm gonna stay in this league. I can be a utility player. I don't have to be like my dad. I can be a spot up. I can be somebody that can help facilitate here and there. I can play defense. I can be a spurt. Maybe be the sixth man of the year. I can be that. And hell, you never know. I may be like a Brunson. You know what I mean? Get some buckets sooner or later. I'm just throwing up.
But again, man, Brunson was like that in high school. Brunson was like that at Villanova. It's just when he got to the league, it just was a little bit of an adjustment for him to really catch his
Right.
catch his legs, man. And again, like I believe Bronny can be good, but we're talking we're evaluating the current player. You feel me? That's what we're looking at. The current player. And the current player right now has a lot of work to do. And you talked about that target. You know how people are.
Facts.
Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People gonna turn up their level of the defense. People gonna turn up their level
Yeah.
of offense just because of who you are. And it's gonna be interesting to see that. When you started off, you mentioned like in a corporate world, we see this thing called nepotism happening all the time.
100%.
You feel me? And nepotism happens in sports on the business side of things.
Facts.
Where nepotism happens in sports, where actual athletes are, everybody complains about it. For example,
Mm.
babe, think about it. If you are a father, right,
Right.
and your son is on a football team, and you're not coaching, but somebody else, dad, is coaching, and you know your son is better than that kid, but that kid is getting all the burn over your son,
Yeah.
aren't you gonna be a little bit ticked?
Yeah.
Or are you a hater for calling it out?
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
You feel me? So that's where we can say nepotism happens all the time, but in sports it's frowned upon because you gonna feel some kind of way. And
Right.
that's what I've been looking at and seeing that, all of my Facebook feed, my Twitter. Oh, everybody hating. You should want to put your son on this, and the third. Cool. But there are other fathers who are sons that are in the draft who can feel some kind of way because a lot of these people I know that I've been paying attention to are all fathers of sons or daughters or whatever
Right.
the case is that had to experience somebody playing in front of their kid
Right.
based on the relationship that kid has on the team, and you didn't feel and you felt a way about it. And if you didn't, I know you lying because that means you accepted your child was trash anyway.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
100%.
So, and that's just kind of how I look at it. Like, nobody's hating on what the nepotism looks like. I just want to bring to the forefront. Don't you when you experienced it? How did it feel?
Right. No, no, it definitely don't feel good. But here's the thing, though, man. Sports politics is sports politics. It don't matter if my daddy is on the team or if the coach like me or don't like me. It's gonna be some politicking going on in sports. And so if I'm the head coach and my job as a father at the end of the day is to ensure that my son gets an opportunity to play, then I'm gonna do that. But I'm not gonna be that type of head coach. Even though he's my kid, I'm gonna just be putting him out there if I know he ain't good like that. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of coaches. Like if my son ain't like that, I'm gonna put the best kids out there at the end of the day. I'm gonna make sure the best kids play. And if my son is one of those best kids, then hey, he gonna God darn it, he gonna play. But when you look at this NBA draft, man, it was very lackluster. It was it wasn't really like some people you was like, oh, it didn't have that excitement. It didn't have that aura. People were just more excited with seeing where LeBron's son was gonna go. To be honest with you, is he gonna get drafted? He was killing and crushing all news feeds. They wasn't really talking about a lot of the number one picks, number two pick. And let's be honest. Let's be 100. I ain't even gonna cap to see my man Shepard to go get drafted number 3 from good. I'm like, bro. To be honest with you, I feel like 1-on-1, Brian get that man some buckets. Keep it a stat. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
Reed Shepard would cook him.
I don't think so.
Dillingham would cook that.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Right.
I'm telling you, man. Bronny, even though Bronny didn't, you got to understand too. We didn't get to see his full potential because of the medical condition. Because,
but that's a piece of it, though, babe. Us not being able to see whatever that was going to be. That's not our fault for what we can be critical of or what we have seen.
no, 100%, 100%.
We only can call out what the cards are dealt to us.
So when Kyrie played for Duke, didn't he get hurt?
Kyrie only played 11 games, but in two of those 11 games, he dropped 30.
All right, so LeBron, he didn't have a breakout. Bronny didn't have a breakout game where he had more than 10 points.
Bronny didn't have a game over 10 points.
He had some 10-point moments. Then put it that way. He had some.
He had over 10. I think his highest was like 10 or 8 to 10. I don't remember him. Somebody go fact check it or I'll look it up. But he didn't have a game
right
over that. Like he had a couple of times where he had a breakout steal or something like that, but he never had a game. You got to think about it. Heading into college, he was considered a shooter, right?
Yeah.
He shot 28% from 3 this year.
Yeah, but you got to look at the numbers too. He didn't shoot as much, and he didn't get that many touches. When he got on the floor, they really didn't utilize him like that. And then when he did, I don't care who you are, man. If you ain't in no rhythm, man, I don't care. You ain't gonna be able to just get out there and just pluck out. You got to get a couple shots up. You got to get the feel for the game. You got to understand, like with the Shepherds and the other kids, they don't have that scrutiny. They can just come out here and hoop. When they miss a shot, they ain't talking about overrated. When they miss a shot, they ain't saying you trash.
I don't know. Based on, when you play at Kentucky, that's a spotlight school. You feel me? When you play
100%.
at Dukes, the Kentuckys, the North Carolinas, your spotlight is just as loud to me as a Bronny James spotlight.
No.
Based on the aura of the school and the expectations of the school.
The expectations. No, I'm gonna let you. Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, damn, he had Duke. USC is not like a basketball school. Just gotta call it what it is.
I feel it.
So his light mainly was based on his name. It ain't had nothing necessarily do with the school. Like if Bronny would have been at UConn, oh, it would have really been, everything would have really been exacerbated. You feel me?
100%.
I felt that he should have went back to school and tried to get to a UConn and tried to get somewhere to give him the opportunity to just let him flourish.
Right.
And he could have came out next year and who knows where he would have been. But I also feel like, what about this, babe? This is just a theory. Ain't nobody said that and it's not true. What if Bronny, Rich Paul, and Bron have been just pulling this whole wool over our face? Bronny, the cardiac arrest thing was real. Okay.
No, that's a real thing.
Once he got healthy, he was good, all that. And then you start looking at it. Well, look, if you become great, then you'll be a first-round pick early. If you stay regular, do what you need to do, you can slide in the draft, and we can get you. So to me, now LeBron James' comments about rankings make sense because this is all part of the plan. We don't need to worry about rankings. Why? We don't, because if the rankings are good, then what does that mean? Bronny is earlier in the draft, and you got to do some extra stuff. If he stays under the radar and nobody really questions it, we can draft him and then we just unleash him, and now he's killing the world.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna think on the idea of maybe they could have been held. It's like what they call them dang games we do. What they do now in the league. What is it called? I lost my. What do they call when you sit out on games? What is that called?
Load management.
Load management. I can see him low managing Bronny because he was doing all right in the pro combine, and at the end of the day, he got the tangibles. He has the ability to shoot. What I think Bronny is going to need is just continue to believe in himself and have the confidence. It's different, man. I don't care who you are. Like the Shepherds, the Dillahans, they're going to have the school pressure, but you're never going to have the pressure of living up to a name like a LeBron James. Like there's only a few kids that's had fathers like that was able to live up to the name. You get what I'm saying? But you think about it. Michael Jordan, his kids never lived up to the name. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy that his dad was a GO, was an owner and everything. Couldn't even get his son drafted. That's crazy if you call a space.
You knew his son wasn't that good.
I don't give a dang if my son ain't that good at all. Look, when you look at Antetokounmpo and his brother ain't that good, but he in the league.
Yeah, see, but the thing is we don't really talk about it, but we make fun of Thanasis. He gets made fun of all the time.
I know, but that's what I mean.
I wouldn't want Bronny getting made fun of. You feel me? Like
he's not. Look. He's not going to get made fun of, man. I think Bronny can play in this league, man, especially in the way the NBA is right now. And he's got one of the greatest to keep him right. And now he's going to be able to do more things and get to that level. And, hey, maybe they could have low managed him to be able to get the opportunity to pick him. Because imagine, if Bronny was like that, he going first top 10 round. And the Lakers ain't going to be able to do something unless they trade. And they ain't got that lot to trade. So they say, hey, look, let's play the long game. We going to get you right. You going to be where everybody talking right now, saying you ain't this, you don't deserve this. Wait. Just wait.
That's why I believe, bro, a year in the G League will serve him good. Think about this. Jordan Poole
Right.
went to Michigan.
Right.
Got drafted by the Warriors, I think, second round, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Went to the G League.
Right.
Came back the next year.
Right.
Playing for the Warriors.
Right.
And took off.
Right.
Boy got paid 2 summers ago.
Right.
So going to the G League is not a negative thing. It's not an indictment. It's not you're a bad basketball player.
Right.
It's here where you can go and go develop.
Right.
And go hone your skills. So when it's your time to really be in the league and
Right.
we're asking you for real minutes, we know we can count on you.
Right. No, I feel that. But let's talk about the standpoint of, the father and son type thing. Being a dad, yourself.
It's a lot of jokes that go with this. Like LeBron James hitting his teammates' moms.
I'm asleep, bro. I'm asleep, bro.
You got the
bro.
Ronnie James gonna be clapping cheeks 4 rooms down from his pocket.
bruh. But as a father though, what, like if you was LeBron James, to see your son, regardless of how he got there, to be able to have the opportunity to play in the National Basketball Association, and to not only play in the National Basketball Association, but to play on your team, like how would you feel in this moment?
I'd be emotional. And I will hope that I can check my emotions when it's that moment when we're on the court at the same time.
Right.
You feel me? That I don't get caught up in like, damn, I just passed the ball to my son.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Damn, my son just threw me a lob. See, because we're human at the end of the day. And as a father and watching how LeBron is with his sons and daughter, he cares about their success.
Right.
How hype he was when Bronny was doing stuff. How hype he is when Bryce is doing stuff. How much he talks about his daughter. So we know that he's one hell of a father, and it's just going to be interesting to me how he controls that. Like, that's the storyline. How does Bron
Facts.
control that human emotion of like, damn, my son is here? How do you not get overly excited when he hit his first corner 3?
Right.
How do you that to me is a whole new pressure and a whole new psychological thing for LeBron that he's never even had to deal with.
Right. Facts.
Because that's totally different. That's a whole new thing. So like I said, overall, it's one of the dopest things that could ever happen, in my humble opinion.
No.
But
100%.
like I said, it's gonna come with a lot.
Well, for sure.
I told my boy, I said, what's gonna happen, right, babe, at practice when they hooping, they going at it, or whatever the case is, and say Bronny's running with Bron team in 5s, and Bronny don't make that cut that LeBron was expecting. And Bron be like, hey, you supposed to have made the cut. Now, does Bronny be like, nigga, I didn't want to make the cut. I saw this. You feel me? I want to know, how are they about to really react as teammates? Is it, hey, Pops, all right, I got you? Or is it, hey, like, I need my level of respect type vibe? That's
I think
what I want. 'Cause my boy said he should be able to cuss back at Bron if he needs to. Like, hey. Like, I got it. Don't be coming at me like that.
Right. Here's the thing, man. Let's keep it a stack, man. I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. Like Bronny James ain't never been on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? And I think LeBron James is going to make sure that his son is safe, but he also still gonna do teaching. He's going to teach his kid. Like, he's going to challenge his kid. He's going to say, hey, man, you got to be there. Because why would I argue with a guy who is so knowledgeable of the game? Like, he's played over 20 years, dang near. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, because you're not always right.
It's not about being always right, but I'm saying it's a situation of where if I know you're supposed to be at a cut and you're supposed to be at this situation, I'm like, yo, Bronny, you got to be there. Like, that's going to be open. You got to trust it. You got to be there. And you going to hit me with some lip. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to start that. You get what I'm saying? And then you already know when y'all go home or when you go home, that's your father at the end of the day. You're like, no. Here's the thing. There, you still have to be professional. Don't get me wrong. There's still some professionalism that has to take place. But don't get it twisted, god dang it. Don't get it twisted. Don't think just because that you a Laker, you gonna be talking to you. I'm still your dad. So on this court, we're gonna be professional. But when we come home, I'm gonna check your ass. Be like, look, man, don't do that. What's wrong with you? You don't do that. Like, don't do that. I'm your daddy at the end of the day. You don't disrespect your dad. You don't, because think about this. Let's keep it a stat. If your son work for you and your son do something that's out of pocket and then put it on the scene, you probably gonna be like, oh, okay, bet.
I'm gonna check my son as I would check my employees right there. And by the time
scoot over a little bit this way. Yep, right there. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my son the same way I would check my employees in that moment. And when I go home, I'm not thinking about it because it's a level of what happened in that moment. Are we talking just basketball?
Right.
Or do I feel disrespected as a human being?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if your son disrespects you at work, I mean, like, bro, shut up. I ain't got to do that.
He gonna get it at work because I need my employees to see that it ain't no different.
So you firing them on the spot?
I'm not gonna fire.
Hey, wait now. Hold on. No, I'm not saying fire. I'm talking about you gonna let him go. If he do something he ain't supposed to do, you gonna let him go?
Oh, in the business world, hell yeah. Why not? You gotta be honest. Because what are you setting in a business world? What are you setting precedent for? That just because he your son, he can get away with everything. No, as my son, we know that there's a standard. And you supposed to always live up to the standard.
You not firing your son on the first breaking standard, man. Come on now.
I'm not firing. I mean, because I wouldn't fire my employees on the first breaking standard.
Man, you would if it depended on what they did.
I'm saying everybody's gonna get the same treatment.
Bush, you know it. You know that's look. In actual, no, I'm gonna let you finish.
Because listen, here's my perfect example. I've been a teacher with my daughter in my classroom.
Yep.
And everybody looking at me like, but when she did something that required me to react, she got the same reaction as the other little kids in the classroom.
I hear you.
The worst part is you got to ride home with me potentially so I can say a little bit more. But my thing is as my child, you shouldn't be the person I have to come to.
Here's the thing, though. That lets you know that it's not gonna be the same because you ain't calling them other kids at the when the class is over and saying, "Hey, man, don't be doing da. It's never going to be the same because the relationship. I get with the context of what you're trying to say. It say like, look, I'm gonna make sure it's fair for everybody. Everybody gonna get the same equal treatment. But in actuality, you're not gonna get the same equal treatment. If a kid acting up, when they go home, they go home. If your kid acting up, you're going to be like, you're going to check it then, and then when they get their ass in the car, you be like, look, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now, ain't none of that going to be happening no more. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't be playing. And you're going to do a little bit more because at the end of the day, that's your child. And you can't replicate the same treatment to your child that you could to your employees.
But this is also where the dynamic is interesting is what happens when Bronny and a teammate get into it. Do you step in like a daddy? Hey, don't be talking to my son like that. And so then, because we have a teammate, fuck you and your son. Y'all both can get these hands.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nobody talking to Bronny like Bron like that. You already know. Now it may be somebody else that's on the other team. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. In those moments of confrontation, how does Bron? Because I feel like it's one of those moments where you ain't gonna be here for forever.
Right.
Like you ain't gonna be my teammate forever. Because Bron's career, like we said,
it's this final chapter.
Final chapter, right? Bronny's career, we got a whole story to tell.
Right.
If to me, if Bron get in outside of like them fighting, and you got to go defend your teammate. That's how that's supposed to
Right.
go.
Right. Right. Right.
But if Bron get into daddy mode, which like you said is an innate thing to do, I think that's gonna hurt him. And when Bron is gone, the talking gonna be real spicy. Oh, now your daddy in here with your punk ass. Like it's gonna.
Well, but let's be honest. It's gonna happen regardless. Let's just keep it a stat. Let's just keep it a stat. I want you to be honest. Baby Jack, you let's say Baby Jack grow up, and let's say you playing with Baby Jack, and the dude dirty hit him. You know what I'm saying? Dirty hit him. You know what I mean? Like the teammate too. Dirty hit him. Like just hit him after the whistle. How you feeling?
I'm gonna feel some kind of way because I'm gonna feel some kind of way regardless because that's my teammate at the end of the day also.
But think about it. Think about this. Let's keep it a stat. Look. Keep it a stat. Let's say it's your receiver. Y'all boys, cool. One of the players on y'all team, the cornerback, cool too. He hit the receiver dirty, and he ended up getting hurt. Are you squabbing with him?
My energy gonna be pure, bro.
No, I'm talking about it's your same teammates. Y'all all on the same team. So you squabbing with him.
Yes. If that's the energy that I feel is needed, then yeah. Because when I'm looking at it is like me, who I am as a person. I only can speak on me. It's not gonna change whether it's my son or a teammate that I care about. If I care about you, you're gonna get a whole different energy.
But let's say you care about both of them, though. You care about both of the guys. Let's say they're your teammates. This is your team.
But what I'm saying is like, you know how it is. On every team, you don't like everybody.
But let's just say these two people you do like, and
so that's what I'm saying. If I really care about you or I like you as my teammate, you're gonna get the same energy that I would give to a family member. My son, my wife, whatever the case is, you're gonna get that same energy. That's just how I operate.
Man, hey, chat. He being political correct, man. Let my boy let something happen, bro. I didn't see my dog on the phone. Was like, it ain't gonna be that. Pull up on my daughter. I swear, I'd step out this damn car. I'll whoop yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now. If something happened to Baby Jack when somebody hit his boy dirty and he was on the field and he playing too, he squabbing. Ain't no questions asked. Ain't no same teammate treatment. He popping on him straight like that. He can fool you if you want to, chat. He can try to hit you with the cheeseburgers and french fries if you want to. But I know my dog, he gonna hit him with the square one. Then he gonna be like, all right, dog, just don't hit my son like that, dog. Like, come on, bruh. Don't do that. We ain't gonna be that, man.
Bank, I've been in situations where growing up, I've hooped with my pops.
Facts.
And I was getting into it with another grown dude. And my dad kind of sat there and watched. He just wanted to see how far the other person was willing to go. Mainly because I was still a kid. But I think now, if me and my pops was to go hoop or whatever the case is, and I'm getting into it, he only gonna step in if he feel like he needs to step in. And that's what I'm saying. It's a level of I have to allow you to fight your own battles. And if I feel like it's going too far, then yeah, I step in.
Right.
But if it's a one-on-one fight, you got to do that.
Nah.
Because I ain't gonna be here all the time.
I know, 100%. You still got to be a dad at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, good for Bronny, man. That's a good thing for the Lakers. Interesting to see how that dynamic play out because it's a lot of new storylines. It's a lot of new things that both of these players ain't used to. Look, your daddy is over 20 years older than you, man. And you about to play basketball with him potentially in the NBA. And LeBron's about to be able to see his son play basketball, something he grew up with, holding his child in his hands, taking him to all the games, and now he's putting on the same uniform as an official teammate of his. It's going to hit different, bro. It's going to hit different. It's probably going to be the greatest teammate that ever played with him, regardless of what he did on the court. To be able to play basketball at the professional level with your seed is a different experience, and it's gonna be interesting to see. I know them tickets gonna be expensive if you want to go to a Laker game now, because
It was already expensive.
It's gonna be top notch now. Trust me. But moving on to the Lakers, man. Hey, man, clap it up. We got a new coach. You got a new coach. JJ Redick. We saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
How you feel, man? You a Laker fan. I'm a Bron fan. How you feel about this hire? Do you think JJ is the answer?
I wanted a out of the box hire, and that's what this is. You feel me? Everybody talk about all the coaches that didn't succeed, right? But what about all the ones that did? You feel me? Steve Kerr came in and succeeded. People was like, well, he had GM experience.
Right.
GM experience ain't coaching experience. It ain't the same.
Facts.
You feel me? Like all these, to me, we lose track of the whole experience and coaching thing.
Right.
Unless you're a head coach, like at a college level or whatever the case is, being an assistant coach is different than being in that front chair, bro.
Right.
It's a whole different ball game. So you can have all the years of experience as an assistant coach. That does not mean you about to become a great head coach just because you've had experience. This does not mean that. So JJ's played in the league 15 years. Some of his coaches is Coach K, Brett Brown, Stan Van Gundy, Doc Rivers. He's had good coaching. Rick Carlisle. He's had some good coaching along his journey. So he's learned a lot. And he's a very matter-of-fact kind of dude.
Right.
I love JJ Redick. I'm glad he's there. I'm a ride for JJ Redick. That's going to be my guy. Whatever it is, you go hear me. You feel me? And I'm going to criticize JJ Redick just like I would any other coach.
Right.
I'm going to hold you accountable. But what I do know, the Lakers going to look a lot different. What I do know, I see JJ Redick hold people accountable because I've been watching First Take and all that kind of stuff on ESPN, and they all saying, JJ Redick's a straight shooter. And he even said in his press conference, we're going to establish a standard. The standard is going to be the standard.
Mm-hmm.
So he said in game 65, when you're not living up to the standard, there's already been rules put in place for you know how that's going to look when I come at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it's going to be. And I believe that that's what the Lakers have needed. They needed a guy that's going to hold everyone accountable. People thinking that it's going to be buddy ball with LeBron. I think it's going to be the total opposite. I think JJ going to be getting in LeBron's face just as much as he's going to be getting in everybody else's face. I really believe. And I mean, not like face like that, but I think he's going to hold Bron to a standard. He's going to look at Bron like, your level of greatness is here. I can't have you dipping that down because the team around you collectively needs you to always be here if that's what it is. And maybe it's not Bron averaging 27, 8, and 8. Maybe it's Bron averaging 24, 23, or whatever the case is because the workload is not so much on him no more. You feel me? So
yeah.
That's why I believe this is a great hire. When you listen to the man talk, he talks basketball like no other. I know the Lakers going to be running offense, babe.
Yeah.
I guarantee we ain't going to have that problem no goddamn more. You feel me? I guarantee when me and you talk about the Lakers this season, we'll be like, damn, boy, they out there running sets.
They running some sets, man. No, for real. Like, here's my thing. Like, at the end of the day, I think this is it's a fresh hire for the Lakers, and it's a cutting edge hire because it's someone that people didn't expect, but they started to speculate because of the show with him and LeBron and them talking basketball and X's and O's and JJ is a very, very brilliant mind, man, and I hope that he can help turn the Lakers around. I really do. I really do that he can help turn the Lakers around. But it's going to take I just don't know how are the players going to connect with him. He seems like a people coach. He does seem like a people coach, but somebody that's going to challenge you, but also talk to you. Because I remember in the press conference, he said, I'm going to talk to them. We're going to find a happy medium. We're going to figure out the balance. How can I get the best from this player, and then how can I get them to buy into what we're trying to sell? And I think, all that stuff sound good. Let's call a spade a spade. It sounds good. But let's not lie in front and say he coaching for the Charlotte Hornets. He's coaching the Los Angeles Lakers. Everything he does is going to be under the microscope. Everything he does is going to be on scrutiny by his lineups. Who didn't play? Who played? How he played them? How he used them? What he did? What he didn't do? And I don't know if JJ's ready for that just yet. He's going to be thrown in the fire from the rip. And not only is he going to be thrown in the fire just for being a Laker coach, he potentially don't know if LeBron James' son's going to be on the roster, on the main roster. Look, I'm telling you right now, if Bronny got drafted and LeBron wants to play with his son, best believe Bronny gonna feel some type of way if he can't play with his son. I'm just calling a spade a spade. They did this hire and they did this draft pick intentionally. Because you know Bronny about to sign a contract. His contract is up June 29th. He got until 2029 to decide what he want to do. You know he's coming back.
I believe he's gonna opt out and then sign a new 3-year deal or whatever the case is. But back to your point, this is why I like JJ Redick. Because JJ Redick in his press conference said, I wanted to be the Lakers coach. I understand what comes with this. You feel me? He's not shying away from it. And when I feel like when you don't shy away from it, it's gonna be easier for you to deal with everything. Because you like, I understand the pressure of being here. I feel like the Frank Vogels and the Darvin Hams just saw it as, man, I'm just coaching basketball. You feel me? Like I'm here to be a basketball coach. Nah, brother. It ain't. You don't just get to be a basketball coach when you coach for the Lakers. It's bigger than that, like you articulated.
It's not even just coaching for the Lakers too. It's coaching LeBron James. Look, if JJ ready to coach for the Lakers without LeBron or AD on it, ain't nobody tripping. You know, it's still the Lakers, but it's like, okay, we'll see what he does. But it's the simple fact that he has 2 top 5 or potential, you know, we know Hall of Famers. Both of them gonna go to Hall of Fame. I'm just gonna say, the 2 Hall of Fame players on his team.
Two all NBA players from last year.
Yes.
Don't no other team in the NBA have 2 all NBA players on their team.
Right.
On top of it, AD was an all defensive player on his team.
Right. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
That's where it's at.
I would like to see what they do. It's a good hire. Shout out to JJ Redick, man. Hopefully, it's going to be a lot of cameras in LA. If it wasn't before, it's about to be like a big movie superstar. I'm looking forward to see it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
And you see, we drafted our other white boy to go. Our other white
I do like that. Hey, you know what I told Jordan? I said, I ain't going to lie. I said, hey, man, hey, Austin on the clock. I'll tell you right now. Austin on the clock.
I think Austin is good because their play styles complement one another. I feel like JJ wants to get Austin. He wants to unlock Austin Reeves because he's basically said in the 2 different, little press conferences I've seen. And I feel like Dalton Connect is going to become a sniper. I think Dalton Connect is going to become a sniper. Dalton Connect to me is a bigger version of Tyler Hero. He's a bigger version of Tyler Hero, and he way bouncier than Tyler Hero.
Lakers gonna be nice, man. I like what the Lakers got right now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think Dalton Connect is gonna fit real well. He's gonna become one of Bron's favorite teammates because Bron's gonna come off the pick and roll. Dalton Connect gonna be sitting there in that corner, and he's gonna kick it to him, and it's gonna be a whoop out.
Hopefully, man. You know what people get in the Lakers, man. They can't when they put that uniform on. They can't. But now they got a shooters coach. So hey, maybe the shooters gonna get them right, man. Hopefully they get them right. It's gonna be fun to see in LA. But we had some major moves. Whitley is back together, man. Shout out to Villanova being back together in the NBA though, playing for the Knicks. A big monumental trade happened, man. Talk about the trade that just happened between Miles Bridges and the New York Knicks, man. Michael. I said Michael. Yeah, my bad.
Hey, listen. The Knicks said, "Hey, Boston, we can do this too. We can go get us some elite wing guys because now they got 2 defensive guys in Michael and OG. They got Jalen. I don't know what they're gonna do with Julius, but then they still gonna have Josh Hart and DiVincenzo off the bench, which keeps their bench fresh.
Yeah.
They don't really lose nothing defensively or offensively. You feel me? So I like the trade. I feel like they gave up a lot, but they also I heard they also still got hella first round picks still anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting. I like the trade. It's just, man, they just got a lot of money. Brunson got a bag. Michael Bridges getting some money.
Yeah.
OG getting $43.5 million.
New York got bread. Big city.
DiVincenzo on a little cheap deal, and so is Josh Hart. But if they keep playing the way that they playing,
it's gonna be hard to keep them together. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep them together, man. Here's the thing, man. I know a lot of people be thinking, oh yeah, they showed the picture of them back in Villanova, and now what this gonna look like in the NBA, man. Look, I'm not saying the Knicks ain't gonna be good. They was good without him. Michael is a great player. He's always been a solid player. But I don't know if he's going to be the answer to take them over the hump to beat Boston right now. Because Boston right now is the front runners to go back to the NBA Finals again because they still got a lot of players coming back, and they're only going to get better. And that's just who they are. Like, I don't even think they tapped into their true potential. This year they played together as a team, and they didn't even have their biggest asset play majority of the playoffs this year, and even sometimes in the season he was hurt. So I think it's a good pick for New York to get them to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't think this pick is going to be enough to take them to the NBA Finals. I think it's going to be enough to maybe beat Indiana or Miami, potentially Milwaukee, but to beat Boston. Nah, man. Boston right now is the front runners, and we got to talk about them too because I don't think we talked about the finals. Just to tap in a little bit on them and what does that mean for their legacy or whatnot. But yeah, I don't think it's a crazy. It's good for New York, but I don't know how it's gonna pan out to be honest with
I mean, but you know how it is, man. Every finals run, you need a little luck. You feel me? I'm not gonna wish nothing to happen to Boston, but something like KP injury could hurt them depending on who they run into. Just depending on how matchups and everything fall out or whatever the case is. So,
you. Right.
like I said, I don't sit there and say they about to be a title. I mean, they about to go to the NBA Finals and will win a chip. But I do believe that they added more depth. I do
Yeah, they did.
believe that they are now one of those teams where when the Knicks is playing, it's like, damn, the Knicks playing tonight. So and that's good for basketball. So if you get the Knicks good and you get the Lakers good at the same time, basketball's in a good place.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good, man. How is it? I know Murray. How you say his first name? Javante.
DeJounte.
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 Dejounte. Dejounte Murray is going to a new home. He's going to be with the Pelicans. How do you feel that?
He got traded for some hot pockets and some juju bees and a pack of Starburst.
I think this helped out the Pelicans because now they got another ball handler, somebody who can.
They needed a point guard.
Yeah, they never had one.
CJ McCollum is not a point guard.
And I think he's going to really. I think this is going to be a good fit for the Pelicans for real. Because now you got Zion, now you got CJ, and you still got Ingram, and then
you trade Ingram or do you
keep him.
Because a lot of people, he's been a lot of trade speculation, mainly because how Lou Dort locked him up in that first round playoff series.
I think. Sorry about that, my camera. I think that they keep him. I think that's the best thing to do. I think you want depth in the NBA right now. As you can see, a lot of teams who are winning have depth. Like even when the Nuggets won last year, they had depth. You know what I mean? Jokic and Murray did their thing, but it was the other players that also helped out. And the bench players, the role players. Boston, look at Boston. They had depth. The role players coming off the bench to come help. And it wasn't just two players that covered the load all the time. You had White, you had Holiday, you had Porzingis. Then you had people come off the bench and do some things for you. You need depth if you want to win. If you look at any championship team, you tell me where the team that won that didn't have depth.
You gotta have 8. You need 8 to 9.
Exactly.
Most people go 8 in the playoffs. If you got 9, you're really good.
Facts.
Especially if it's a quality 9.
Facts.
So yeah, like I said, I agree. Depth is a great thing, but it just becomes like people also want to see the fruits of their labors from stuff.
Yeah.
And people are starting to see is Brandon Ingram really that guy, and is he worth the money he possibly trying to command? That's where things started to come in at. Is he worth the money of the production he's giving?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think one thing is going to be Ingram's issue is just staying healthy, man. And he's always having some injuries issues. And that's his biggest downside is just not being able to be on the floor, not being available. You know, he has all the upside. He has the height. He has the bag when he get into it. Like he can be one of those, but it's just staying healthy and staying committed, man. People don't realize, man, that to be at the top of the echelon, and don't get me wrong, if he go out and go to rec, he busting everybody. He tearing you up. But in the NBA, it looks a little bit different, you know, because you're playing against the best of the best. But if you have this opportunity, you know, you gotta be able to wanna be hungry to be the best. And I don't see that in a lot of these guys. Some of these guys, they just happy to be here. They just happy to get a check. They just happy to do some things. They just happy to just, you know, play in the NBA, get some bread, and that's cool. They ain't trying to win no chips. They ain't trying to do. I'm not saying that's Ingram's mentality, but what I'm saying is you have all of this upside. You have this height. You have these tangible things that you can't teach. Make it come into fruition to create some fruit out there instead of just being one of them seeds that's landing on bad ground. You know what I mean? And so if I'm the Pelicans, I keep them because now we got a nice little starting five. We got Zion, we got Murray, we got CJ, we got Ingram, and we got Valanciunas. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Valanciunas is a free agent.
Ooh. Well, you know.
They also got Herb Jones. They also got the light skinned kid that annoys people.
Yeah.
They also got Trey Murphy.
Yeah.
They got some other little young
they got some depth.
Alvarado. They got
Alvarado. Yeah. They got some depth.
So,
they got some depth.
Like I said, I like what they did with that DeJounte Murray trade. I wish that would have happened for the Lakers. I mean, he was traded for Larry Nance and 2 first-round draft picks. That's it. When the Lakers are trying to get him, they wanted Austin Reeves, a kidney, a liver.
Yeah. Well, you know why.
Passes.
You know why. You already know why. They want, and I don't think the Lakers need him. He would have been a good fit for him, a good pick for him, but I think the Lakers are going to be good. They need to get some defenders, man. They need some people that's going to be able to defend.
DeJounte Murray is an all-NBA defender.
I know, but I'm talking about like how tall is Javante Murray? What is he?
DeJounte's 6'5".
Yeah, he's still small though. He gonna guard some point guards, but he ain't guarding no wings like that. He ain't guarding no wings like that. No, he too mouse in the house. Barbecue chicken alert. They need some wing players, some small forwards that can play that wing. You know, I'm interested to see if Paul George is going to get shipped. I'm interested to see if he's going to sign and stay with the Clippers or he's going to go to Philly because there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talks that, Houston want Kevin Durant.
If I'm Paul George, I'm going to Golden State. I'm not going to Philly. Why would I go to the East Coast version of Kawhi? Like, to go out there to know that Embiid is never healthy, just like Kawhi is never healthy.
Yeah.
Why would I go put myself in that situation? I at least know Steph is relatively healthy.
Yeah. Come to the Lakers.
If it was me, I'm gonna
go to the Lakers, man. Put on a Laker uniform, bro. Just.
He had that opportunity. He said no, so we don't want him.
Man, come back. That'll be lit for the Lakers. That's AD, Bron, PG.
He had that opportunity.
It's tough.
He blamed it on the Lakers. I blame it on the Lakers.
Yeah. But a lot of trade moves. Be on the lookout for those. We definitely gonna see some other small trades that happen, but nothing really like, oh my God. So we ain't gonna bore you to death. But let's talk a little bit about the draft. A little bit draft recap, real quick. How do you feel about draft recap, man? Some of the players I didn't even know about. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like, I enjoyed the draft because I see a lot of these dudes panning out to be good players down the line. Somebody may step into superstardom. We just don't know which one.
Right.
So it's gonna be cool. It's interesting to see that 2 Frenchmen went 1-2.
Right.
So that was cool. Reed Shepard. I like Kalingan.
I didn't think he was gonna go top 3 though. I ain't gonna hold you. To see him go top 3.
Reed was nice, man. Reed, he got a complete basketball game at like 6'5", 6'5", and he measured.
No, Reed Shepard ain't 6'5". He's 6'1".
Reed Shepard is not 6'1".
He's short, bro. No, he's short.
He's about 6'4", 6'5".
Nah, he's shorter than that, bro. For real. Right. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, yeah. So like, I like that. Zach Edey going to Memphis.
I like that pick for them. he could be like the Adams, a little bit like
But people
Adams.
were saying Ja Morant likes to play fast. Zach Edey registered 0 fast break points last year in college. Zero.
But he can help on the half
But
court
their
game.
starting five, think about this starting five. Zach Edey, Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bain, Marcus Smart, and Ja Morant.
That's not bad.
That's a good five.
That's a good five. And Edie's been healthy, so
Oh yeah, he's been healthy all 4 years he's been in college.
so
That pick and roll with him and Ja's gonna be interesting because Edie's a big human being
yeah,
and
um,
Ja's a very small, fast human being. So it's
yeah,
gonna be interesting how you play that pick and roll.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
So, yeah, I mean, I like Zach.
They may not put
Edey.
him in the pick and roll. They may put Jackson in the pick and roll. Then.
I think the team that won the draft to me is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Them getting Rob Dillingham, who is basically going to be learning point guard from Mike Conley, but is an absolute bucket, and them getting Terrence Shannon Jr. out of Illinois, who is a real life dog and is an absolute bucket also. I feel like they've added to their backcourt in a very youthful way,
Yeah,
which is going to allow them to have more offensive prowess
yeah,
going forward.
yeah.
Because like we talked about, it was really just Ant Man because we don't know what kind of Karl Anthony Towns we're gonna get.
And Gobert
And
is
so
garbage.
you feel me? So
I mean, no disrespect. Offensively, garbage. Defensively,
he's decent.
decent.
So that's
We'll
what
call
I'm
it
saying.
space,
So when
baby.
I look at it overall, I think Minnesota won the draft. I also like Kyle Filipowski out of Duke that went to the Jazz in the second round. I think that's going to be a good look for them.
And
Shout
what's
out
the
to
name?
Fresno.
What's the name went to Utah too as well. I think the point guard from USC.
Yeah, Isaiah Collier. That's Mel's little cousin. So shout out to him and his family.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I like that. I just said it too.
Fresno. Shout out to Fresno.
Yeah, shout out to Fresno. AJ Johnson out of Fresno. First round draft pick to Milwaukee Bucks.
Where did he play at? I didn't. I never seen him.
He was at Memorial for his freshman and sophomore year. Then he's been gone since his junior year.
Where'd he go?
He went to SoCal, doing like prep school. And
Oh,
all
okay,
this
okay. So how he get to play? Was he did he sit out a year?
And then last year, instead of going to college, he went and played in Australia, but he only played about 12, 13 games.
Okay. Well, hey man.
But he's 6'5" with a lot of potential.
Yeah, I saw that. The boy athletic. The boy got some gigs too. So
And the crazy thing is, babe, when I first met him, he was like 7th grade.
yeah,
He was like your height or shorter.
yeah, man. Unfortunately, my
That's
dad
crazy. Just think
wasn't
about that.
wasn't tall.
7th grade and he's 18, 19 now.
Yeah, 6'5". Sometimes you just don't get the hype, man. If I get the hype, for real, we be doing this show in a different way. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Let me be 6'5". Your boy Peg would have been a problem.
Yeah. If I'd have got to like 6'4", it'd have been over people.
Yeah, it'd been tough. 6'5" is, whew. That's a different bag. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But hey, I love my parents. But some people just ain't tall. But it's all good. But I feel like the draft was cool. It didn't really. But I do want to ask you this. What you about to say?
Next year's draft is gonna be insane. Just put that out there right now.
They got a lot of people coming out.
Hey, next year's draft is going to be insane.
Who coming out?
You got a whole bunch of just all Americans, possibly one and done kids coming out. Some more kids overseas that's hooping.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about that because this is a big debate that's going on. A lot of people are saying our international players are taking over the league. And me and a buddy of mine, McCanno, had a great conversation. And he put some things in perspectives. And he said, to be honest with you, when it comes to bigs, yes, international bigs are taking over the league. But when it comes to guards and wings, like we still dominate in that department. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like international players are taking over the league, or do you feel like it's not what people are making it seem?
It's an international game, baby. I just feel like we just have to acknowledge that the game is growing, which is good. I think that's just what it is. You got international players that have always been good in the league. It's just now it's just more prominent overall, and so I just think it's good for the league. The guard situation I can definitely understand, but it's been good international guards, the Tony Parkers of the world, and Rudy Fernandez, and it's been some other good international guards that have been solid. Um, but I just like I said, I just think that it's an international league, and we're just starting to get international players. It's a difference between because our kids in over here are not playing professional basketball at 16 years old. Our kids are in high school still learning,
Right.
while over there they hooping at 16, and
Mm.
you not playing professional basketball. They're going to go take this class at Edison High School.
Right.
You just, you're just not doing that.
No, hundred
So the
percent.
development now internationally is starting to become better because they're starting to have more names come from over there to the NBA. So those players are going back to give back. I think Alex Sarr was playing on Tony Parker's team in France.
Mm.
You know who Tony Parker is.
Yeah, yeah.
Tony Parker's running your. If Tony Parker's running the team that you playing on, that means you're getting NBA level type work.
Yeah.
You feel me? Which is gonna give you an advantage over other people.
Right.
So I just think the international has more of an advantage because I don't know for sure, but the schooling part and professionalism part is not as prominent as it is over here in the States.
No, I feel it. I feel it. When we looking at international and American basketball, I think there's a transition of a shift that could be coming. But when it comes to um, fundamentally sound development, having experience, they are doing better than we are because, like you said, they get to play with pros. They're getting that professional experience at an early age. But one thing I feel like that the conversation is that they feel like they are more fundamental. I wouldn't never say let's say fundamental, but they are well seasoned. Where our players over here is it takes some time for them to get seasoned because they're pure athletic. They got a lot of athleticism. There's some high risers, very up and down. Shooting is starting to become a thing for us. But it wasn't at first. Let's keep it a stat. We still struggle in that department.
Oh,
But
because it was a color thing.
yeah,
White boys to shoot,
yep,
black dudes athletic.
yep.
You just gotta call it. Just call
No,
it.
no, 100%. And now you're seeing now where more and more of us are being able to shoot and spread the floor. But again, I don't care if it's Americanized or back, like it's good for the game. The more people that's watching, the more butts in the seats. But it's just a good dynamic. Who's going to be, taking over this league in the next 5 to 10 years? Is it going to be an American athlete that's going to be the face, or is it going to be an international athlete that's going to be the face? It's good to see.
I also think that what international has done is made everybody expand their basketball game.
Right.
It's made it to become where bigs are just not back to the basket bigs. You got to be able to face up and shoot the ball.
Right.
It's become where big guards are also ball handlers, shooters. Like that's what international basketball to me has brought. That all five guys on the court are skilled.
Right.
And that's what you want on a team is five skilled basketball players and not we got two skilled and then three that are, five skilled basketball players, and that's what the international game is breeding.
Nah, it's
And then we got all these, and then the other thing is like you got all these names, right? So for example, currently in the NBA in the league, you got Nikola Jokic,
yeah,
Nikola Jokic,
yeah,
and then Nikola Topic.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of Nicolix.
Yeah, because you got Boban Bogdanovic,
Yep.
and Bogan Bogdanovic.
Yeah. It's a lot of Bobos.
Yeah, a lot going on.
A lot going on, but definitely good to see. Football's on the horizon, but let's talk a little bit about Boston, just real quick. They are champions. They won their 18th champion. We was on vacation. They are leading the league in the most championships for a franchise. Let's talk a little bit about. Some people felt like Jason Tatum should have got the MVP because of his performance in the closeout game. Even though Brown, numbers end up averaging out. but Jason Tatum was that defining factor. Him and Drew Holiday, which was the defining factor when it came to um, you know how they played. I feel like Drew Holiday was the missing link, and Porzingis helped out a lot. But Drew Holiday gave them a different pedigree, a championship pedigree that they ain't had in a while, and he helped them, get over that hump. And they just played team basketball. I don't know what's going on with my dog Cam, but they just played team basketball. And I think what they don't get credit for a lot because they get overshadowed with the Jaylen Brown and the Jason Tatum. I do think Boston played the best team basketball in a while. Like you just saw all five guys all have an impact on the game, and it wasn't never felt like it was just like back in the day where it's just one guy or two guys. No, all five guys had an imprint on the game. That was different to see all five guys have an imprint on the game, and at the end of the day, Dallas didn't have an answer. They just didn't have an answer. And then Luka and Kyrie, they came out and played the game that we played in Game 7. We played 3v3. We doodled the bed. They doodled the bed so crazy to know that the game is on the line, to know that everything that's on the line and you give that kind of performance, lackluster, man. But what do you got to say about Boston, though, winning an 18 championship?
I'm a lot of respect to Boston. I hate that they won 18 because they got one more in my squad. So don't worry, we'll tie that back up soon. But they got the blueprint. They got the blueprint right now. A stretch big, a couple of stretch bigs, two elite scorers, and two guys willing to defend. And while having two other guys in Jason Tatum and Brown who are not shabby defenders themselves. So now they are basically going to be the blueprint for how you try to win basketball games. Because you know that Drew Holiday, hold on one sec.
Yeah. That's how it is when it goes, sometimes. Yeah.
You know that Drew Holiday and White can defend. You know that Jaylen Brown can defend. So then you sprinkle some shooting in that with Sam Hauser and Pritchard, and you bring in Horford off the bench to replace Porzingis. You start putting together a team that fits well, and they can do all the things on the basketball court that you want them to do. Plus, like you said, all five guys are willing to attack you.
Facts.
Whether it's Porzingis, whether it's Brown, whether it's Tatum, whether it's Drew, or whether it's White. So now you're forcing teams for all five people to have to guard. And we don't really see too many games where all five people are having to guard.
Yeah.
And so, to me, Boston is the new blueprint for what the NBA may look like going forward.
That's big.
If you want to win.
That's big. And so now, even the caveat that, and to add to that, do you feel Boston is going to be the team to beat moving forward in the next upcoming season? Do you think they're going to repeat?
Repeat? It's the NBA. Ain't nobody repeating 6 years, 6, 7 years. This is how I look at it. It's a tough. Can they do it? Sure. Because everybody coming back. Will they? You need luck, baby. You need luck and health.
Yeah.
You need luck and health, man. And, you got to go through that grueling grind of doing all that again. And hopefully that you maintain to be healthy and have a little luck along the way of your journey to try to go win another chip.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see maybe Boston and the Lakers in the championship. That is crazy. A lot of storylines going on right there. A lot of storylines. Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. Moving on. So we got a culture topic for today. We got a culture topic.
No, I didn't really have.
We ain't have no culture topic. All right. So we're gonna pass on the culture topic till we get back to, to the studio, back in the studio. But we had to do a remote one for y'all boys and girls, man. A lot of stuff going on, but not a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? It's dry right now for sports.
Reed is about to be in Vegas, man, for the Summer League.
Yeah, Summer League going up. And we'll talk about some stuff remote. We can talk some remote games and things like that as the Summer League is coming out in just a few weeks, man. 2 weeks away from the Summer League, 2 weeks away from, what is that? Almost 3 weeks away from college football. Stuff coming out very, very soon. So lot to do, lot to talk about, man. We will see y'all next week. Are we in the studio next week or?
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta check the dates.
Yeah.
But we should be able to be in the studio next week. You know, I mean, you off, I'm off, so
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
we're not really confined to a certain.
We'll pick a date. It's different when you're on vacay. You know what I'm saying? The vacay hit different when you do that. But y'all know the vibes, man. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay encouraged. And always remember to talk that talk. We see you next time. Peace.